Good evening, Ganada. There is some issue from the speaker's end. So we will continue with the session. We welcome you all to the Financial Awareness Literacy webinar being organized by Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. Commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, a nation celebrating 77 years of independence and also commemorating United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 as part of awareness and campaigns. We are organizing daily various sessions related to Sustainable Development Goals, health, well-being, and various aspects from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Indian time. The link remains same. The link which you have all joined today is the same link for all the events that is being organized by Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. So this has been being conducted since long and have been the largest commemorative series of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, which has been almost around since the day of inception till even today continuing. So as part of this, we have also initiated financial literacy awareness program. As part of that, we are inviting experts from various fields where they will be discussing on various aspects of financial savings, investments. So today, there is some technical issue from the speaker end. He is not able to connect, so we'll wait for it. In the meanwhile, we'll also look at various aspects of literacy, financial literacy. Last session, we were looking at various aspects of financial literacy like terminology, how to understand various terms involved in financial literacy. And how these financial systems evolve over a period of time. We have seen earlier, in those days, we used to have barter system, right? Where humans have been transacting in goods much before money was invented. So this barter system is based on the needs. You need something, I need something. So I'm producing something, I'm in possession of some goods which others require. Like say I am a farmer, I'm producing rice, a paddy crop, so I have rice. And other person is producing vegetables. And so he has vegetables with him or her. So I cannot eat just simply rice. So I need to prepare some vegetables along with that so that I can consume it. So what I do, we meet at a common place, either his place or my place or some common place where we exchange each other, say some 1 kg of rice to 1 kilo of vegetables. So that is how, based on the needs, this system has evolved, and based on this, the demand and supply, the barter system was emerging. But here there was some challenge. Here, the value of the products exchange may not be always equal, but the needs are more or less similar to satisfy hunger. And as you need them, as you do not have, and you have excess of something you may not require, so you are exchanging that rice with vegetables so that you can meet your nutritional requirements and other food requirements. In a similar way, you can exchange rice for something else, like for exchange rice for cereals or pulses or legumes and so on. Say 1 kg of rice in exchange of 1 kg of pulses, 1 kg of legumes, and so on. So, to understand how, or in a better way, more effective way, it is important to understand, what are our needs, basically. What are our needs? You can be more interactive through chat box. So, to make it convenient for everyone, we have opened up chat box in one-to-one session so that everyone is not flooded with all the messages. You can just type, feel free to send your messages, and that will be received only by the host so that others don't get disturbed and everyone can contribute. There is no right or wrong answer. Here, we are trying to engage in the literacy program. So I know something and you know something, and we all are together sharing our awareness on financial literacy. So there is nothing right or wrong. Feel free to keep sharing your messages, your responses, your feedback in chat box, and no need to worry that you will be disturbing others. So feel free to share. So what are needs? We all have needs, right? Do you agree? Can use chat box to respond. Do we all have needs? Agree, disagree? You can say yes or no in chat box. Feel free to respond. Yes, thank you. So we all have needs. So what kind of needs we have? Kindly respond in the chat box. What kind of needs we have? See, we have basic needs like Yeah, Manju, Rahman, Manohar, right. We all have basic needs of food, clothing, shelter, right? And we also have other needs. Maslow hierarchy of needs. We have in that the last one comes is a self-esteem and self-actualization. Yes, but that comes at the end. Not everyone will be able to reach that level. Because needs, wants, and desires are different for each person. That's why reaching self actualization is something that is going beyond the hierarchy of needs, where you are satisfied, self satisfied with what you have, and you are satiated with your needs. You no longer need anything. When you reach at that point, then you are at the point of self actualization, where you want to give back to society. It may not always be in a monetary terms. It can also be in different ways, like you can share your knowledge, you can contribute your expertise by training, by creating awareness, or by providing your services at for free of cost or at subsidized or through charity or even through a non-profit basis. So these are higher needs, but we have to focus on lower needs initial, right? That is basic needs like food, clothing, shelter. After that, few more have been added, right? Medical and health and education, right? These all are basic needs. So we need to satisfy these needs. Then only we can think of other things, right? And all these needs have to be met by everyone to reach his potential, to reach his or her potential. What happens if you are not able to meet these basic needs? You can keep responding in the chat box. Those who are proactive, very active in this webinar, they will be given a special appreciation certificate. So feel free to share your responses, feedback, be very active, proactive in the responses. We'll check the chat box later on and evaluate and give you appreciation also for your proactive response and feedback. So make yourself active. So what will happen if you don't satisfy these needs? So these are basic needs, right? And that is the why we call these basic needs that these are survival needs. If we have to survive and be healthy, we need to fulfill these needs for our physical health and well-being, for our mental or psychological health and well-being, for our social health and well-being, for our emotional health and well-being, and also for our financial health and well-being. You know, we used to say, our elders used to say, health is wealth, right? How many of you agree? Health is wealth. You can use chat box. Yes, health is wealth. Why? When these basic needs, are satisfied, you are healthy, right? When you are healthy, you are more productive. When you are more productive, your contribution is at maximum. When your production is at maximum, then you are earning, your contributions are at maximum. So you are earning at a maximum level. You can do anything, right? Whichever job you can take up, whichever task you can take up. That's why health is very important. The first priority should always go to the health. So to have optimum level of health, we need to be fulfilling all our needs. Basic needs have to be fulfilled. So first, what we need to do, the first investment or the first income or the first savings should always be aiming at for the consistent, persistent fulfillment of basic needs, right? Do you all agree? Yes or no? The first priority should go to fulfilling the basic needs. Whatever we invest, right? Whatever we earn, whatever we spend, it should first have the priority. It should first go to the priority of fulfilling the basic needs. When basic needs are fulfilled, not only in the short term, so these needs are regular needs, not that one day we ate and we are happy. No, every day, 3 times we need to eat to satisfy our hunger, to keep ourselves healthy, right? So this is a continuous need. These needs, these basic needs are continuous needs. As long as we are alive, we need to take care of these needs. So our first priority should go to fulfilling these needs. Once we fulfill these needs continuously, and it's an ongoing process, it's not a one-time process. As long as we are alive, it's going to be a continuous process. We need to feed ourselves with proper diet and nutrition at appropriate time so that we continue to be healthy. Our well-being is guaranteed through proper diet and nutrition and through proper lifestyle. Otherwise, what will happen? We need to invest on medical and health expenses, right? And our productivity also comes down because of illness, because of diseases, because of disorders. We'll be not able to perform at times partially or fully or at optimum level. So that will impact our productivity levels, our income levels, our savings levels, our investment levels. So that's why it is very important to keep ourselves healthy. That's why health is wealth. So now we understood we all have some basic needs which needs to be fulfilled continuously, regularly. Say we all have wants also, right? Do you agree? We all have wants also. How many of you agree? You can use chat box. Yes? Okay. What kinds of wants we have? Needs we have understood that we have basic needs that needs to be fulfilled, like food, clothing, shelter, health and medical care, education. These all are, basic needs that needs to be fulfilled. Apart from that, we have wants. So what falls under wants category? Do we all have wants? Yes or no? We can use chat box. Yes, we all have wants. So what kind of wants we have? You can put in chat box. Thank you for your responses. You can put in chat box what kind of wants we have. We understood clearly what are our needs. Now food. Take food. In food, can we give two examples for needs and wants? Just one example you can give. Try. You can try. In food category, what is basic necessity? Rice, wheat, right? The basic requirement is we can either consume rice or wheat. That is those, especially from South India, they prefer more of rice. And from North India, they prefer more of wheat, in form of chapati. Here, rice. So that is a basic requirement for food. And along with that, we need some vegetables, different kinds of vegetables. Now, within that, what is want? Within that, say a normal rice, which is affordable to all, is a need. Say if you want to consume, pulao or biryani rice. Now, biryani rice or pulao rice becomes want here. So the premium quality of rice or premium quality of wheat, the basic standard quality is necessary and is adequate to meet our basic needs. But when we are going for premium rice or premium wheat, then that becomes want. Right? Or, see, basic needs in food is rice, vegetables, pulses, cereals, oils, nuts like peanuts. And again, what is wants? In food category, when we look at nuts, dry fruits fall under premium category. And in the same category, we have peanuts, right? And say in the category of fruits, what are basic category of fruits? Can we categorize fruits into basic category and premium category? I'm using analogies, metaphors to make ourselves understand, what is basic and what is premium. Yes, banana, jam, no, guava. These two, especially banana and guava, are the ones that are popularly known as poor man's fruits, that has equal potential. Even guava, the jam or jamun, whatever we call in different areas, or in Telugu they also call jam kaya, jam pandu. In Hindi, they call jam or jamun. English, Goa. That is poor man's apple. That is equivalent to apple. No need of eating apple. No, apple is a premium fruit. And Goa is the basic apple. So it is also popularly known as poor man's apple. But it gives more benefits. And it is easily available. And apples are not easily available. No, they have to be transported. It has to be grown in a under specific climate conditions. It has to be transported. It has to be stored. It has to be preserved with preservatives. And because of that, affordability, accessibility becomes difficult, and also cost also increases. And because of these preservatives, the health risks also increases, right? We see wax is coated on apples so that apple doesn't get spoiled so early. To increase the shelf life of apple is being coated with wax, a layer of wax or certain substances so that it stays fresh for longer time, and it is freezed. So because of that, we are not getting fresh supply, because apples does not grow everywhere. Only in ranges, in the north, extremely northeastern, northern Himalayas and hilly regions. In some areas, it is grown. But those has to be transported through various parts of the world. Instead of that, we can fulfill the nutritional requirements by our own backyard or front yard, side yard, whatever you call. You can put one guava tree and it will give you unlimited fruits. Generally, year long you can enjoy the fruits. Generally, there are 2 seasons, but now there are varieties where it will give you year long yield. Every day you can eat. And that is, every day you eat one guava, that is equal to one apple. There is a saying, apple keeps doctor away. In the same way, guava also keeps doctors away. And that is easily affordable, right? You can grow it in your own home or in your community, even on the, roadside, where you can also enjoy the greenery and you can also satisfy your nutritional needs. And it will also support the ecosystem. The birds will also consume them and they will also satisfy their basic needs like hunger, right? So thus, it's not only supporting our ecosystem, to various birds and also to us. So these kind of investments are we need to look for, where it will give us multiple opportunities for us within the reach, easily accessible, easily affordable, without much risk, and which can be harvested at any point of time. Low investment, high returns, and less risk, more benefits. Right? We need to invest in such products where, like a guava tree, when you plant, it is low investment. You can just buy it for 10, 15 rupees also. Even you can get it for free also. But it will give you lifelong and almost year-long benefits. You can harvest it, you can withdraw it, and your principles remains intact. And it keeps growing n number of times, right? You withdraw something like every time you harvest a fruit, but still your principle remains intact and keeps growing, keeps multiplying. But you still enjoy the fruits. Even you can eat leaves also. Have you ever ate the leaves? Guava tree leaves? How many of you ate? You can respond in chat box. In your childhood, might be even as an adult also, you can enjoy. If you haven't ate a guava leaf, try it. It's so nice. Have you ever tried? No response? Be active. We'll appreciate you with an appreciation certificate for your active participation. Try today or tomorrow. That is good for health. Don't eat like, daily consume all the tree. But, especially in our childhood, we used to eat, occasionally, not daily, but along with tamarind, this tamarind, we used to eat that and it's a wonderful tasty. You can try also and see and give me feedback in the next session, which we are going to organize, or in coming sessions also. Every day you can join 6 to 8 and it's free session. You can also present, you can also participate, You can collaborate. Everything is free. There is not even a single pice taken from anyone. We don't accept any sponsorships. We don't accept any donations. This entire platform is purely to give back to society. Now, everyone comes here only with the motive of giving back to society. We are not here to take anything in materialistic form. We are here only to share, gain knowledge, learn with each other. You keep teaching us, we keep teaching you. In fact, in other words, we keep sharing our knowledge, you keep sharing your knowledge. In that exchange, we learn each other, we benefit from each other. So you can try. Many of you might be an expert in your own domain. So you can come, join, and contribute. And everyone has an opportunity, leaving no one behind. There is no need of knowing us personally. Your only eligibility criteria is you should be willing to contribute in the form of knowledge. That is a minimum criteria. And whoever has something to share, which is significant, which is useful, you can register yourself and you can present in the daily series. So that comes only when you are self-actualized. When you are self-actualized, when you have reached that level, you do not think of accumulating more. You are already satiated, right? Do you agree or not? How much you can eat? What's your favorite food? You can use chat box. What's your favorite food item? It can be anything. Quickly, we need responses. It may be anything. Don't hesitate. Just whatever strikes your mind, you put it in chat box. Doesn't matter whatever it is. You just put whatever comes to your mind. Whatever it may be. The moment I said your favorite food, whatever strikes to you, strikes your mind, just put it in chat box. Right? So we had very good responses. Biryani, the most popular response. Idli, sambar, fruits. Yeah. Good responses. Thank you, everyone. Keep responding. Yeah, curd rice, nice. My favorite is also curd rice. No, that is basic need. Yeah, dosa, right. Very good. So whatever it comes, so whatever is our favorite, why we are asking is, we all have different needs. Which we all have similar needs, which are basic, but we also have needs which demand a premium, needs which become wants. Right? So we have seen there are different preferences which are impacting our choices, which will also impact our expenditure or investments. And irrespective of what kind of returns it is giving, the investment varies. Investment for purchasing dosa, that is not an investment. Basically, it's an expenditure. So expenditure on dosa varies, on biryani varies, on fruits varies, on rice it varies, So different wants have different expenditures associated based. So needs are essential requirements in our lives such as food, clothing, shelter, health and medical care. But wants are the things that you require to enhance the quality of your life, right? So wants are those that will enrich, that will enhance the quality of your life. So then, slowly with the barter system, it got slowly replaced with valuables. And then, over a period of time, rationalizing, money has become a medium of exchange in the economy. And money also in various forms. Like in India, it is rupee. In European Union, it is euro. In US, it is dollar. In Australia, it is Australian dollar, and so on. Money has different names and forms and values based on the currency of the nation. What else you can think of wants? Anything else you can think of wants? Okay, we'll move forward. So with that, so that we have understood what are needs and wants, we'll move on to our next step, understanding our finances. So understanding income. What is our income? Income is anything. Income is any financial instrument or asset that is earned from various sources. Like most of them, most of us are salaried, right? From salary, or most of the people work in unorganized sector, that is daily wages. Wages and earnings from, our nation is an agrarian society. So most of them are dependent on agriculture. So earnings from farming or agriculture, and there are entrepreneurs which are running businesses, It may be either small scale, medium scale, or large scale, or very large scale businesses. That is also from income. So income can come from various sources through various activities. And apart from this, there are also other services, consultancy services, or services, not just products, but also through services where we can generate income, right? So, based on the income, so we have understood what is income. Yes, in the form of interest also, if we have some deposits. So, anything that generates some financial resources is income. Now, what is expenditure? You can share in chat box. What is expenditure? Expenditure is anything that is spent to fulfill our needs, wants, and desires. Right? Expenditure is spending money or financial instruments or assets in meeting essential as well as non-essential items. That is fulfilling our needs. Needs are essential. Wants, may not be essential because it enriches or enhances the life. And desires are something which is a luxury, which is a non-essential item, right? So investing, that is expenditure, is anything that is spent by us on various needs, wants, and desires, which includes essential as well as non-essential, essential as well as non-essential items. So can you just mention which are essential, which are not essential? Quickly in chat box. Yeah. So essential items are those which are the basic needs like food, clothing, shelter, medical and health care, education. These are basic needs. Apart from that, we have non-essential items like what are non-essential items? Anything that is premium, luxury, that is, we can have a simple home, right? An apartment or a simple row house. What becomes luxury? A villa or a grand estate, that becomes a luxury. A basic car or bike is a necessity because we need to commute, we need to travel. But premium bikes and premium cars, which are very costly, or luxurious brands, become non-essential items. Within the same essentials also, you have non-essential items like owning a flight, which is a premium thing, non-essential items. So where we are investing, how we are investing, and what understanding our income and expenditure is very much essential. Because only then we'll be able to make right kind of choices, right kind of decisions. If you don't know what are our needs, our wants and desires, if you are not able to categorize, then what will happen? We'll be spending our income on non-essential items, which will impact our savings investments. Right? Our income is not productively, effectively, or optimally used. So our income, most of our income goes to meeting the essential needs and non-essential needs. When we cut down these non-essential needs, whatever the income that is saved can go into the savings and investments. Now, what is savings? Now that we have understood investment, now that we have understood income and expenditure, now what is savings? Anyone quickly respond? What could be the savings? Yeah, very good response. Income minus expenditure, right? The money which we are keeping after satisfying all the necessities. Yes. Amount after expenses. Yes. Yeah, income kept aside for future uncertainties. Yes. Good responses. Right. So, whatever income which is not spent, the income which is left out without depriving of any basic essential needs, that is income used for fulfilling the basic needs, and whatever income is left out after meeting all the basic needs is the savings, right? So that's why we need to categorize our needs, wants, and desires and spend on needs and try to cut down on wants and stay away from desires. Occasionally, it is fine. Once in a year, once in a while, that's fine. But we should not engage in meeting day-to-day desires. That can be very dangerous. That again depends on the income level and various other factors that we'll discuss later. Yes, so we need to, whatever is saved from our incomes after meeting the basic necessities becomes the saving. Now, what could be the investments? Quickly, let's see the responses. What could be the investment? Be proactive. So whatever the savings we have, which is left out after meeting our expenditure, is invested into something that becomes an investment for an additional income or securing the savings, right? So that can be which multiplies over a period of time, very good, and which will generate returns, yes, and which will generate income in your future, yes, which will also bring us stable income. Good. So we have savings, right? But we have to put right use of these savings so that savings also keep growing over a period of time, keep multiplying over a period of time, and ensure that those savings are invested at a safe place, in a safe manner. Otherwise, what will happen? If we lose that money, that savings are gone. So we have to ensure that we are using it, we are for investing in a right instrument. That is also very much important. Like gold, yes, that is from traditional time. We invest in gold, and gold is also has been steadily have been a very good investment, and it has proved time and again. And land, yes, land has also been a very good investment, unless and until and when we have this income, the savings out of income invested in right kind of investments, which will bring us steady income, right? Like pension plans, national pension plans, PPF, your public provident fund, or insurance, and so on. So when we have these kind of investments, that is basically deployment of savings, so that we are expecting returns over a period of time, is investment, like fixed deposits in banks, in post office, or purchase of gold, purchase of land, and so on. So we have understood what is savings. That is when our income is more than expenses, we have surplus money, surplus funds, which becomes savings. Now we have understood what is income, what is expenditure, what is saving, and what is investment. Now, what is debt? Quickly, we need responses. What can be debt? We have seen when we have less expenditure, our income is more than expenditure, then we are making savings. And when those savings are invested, are being multiplied, are put to use for multiplication, it is becoming an investment. Now, it is the reverse of the present scenario, which we are discussing, when income is less than the expenditure, right? When income is less than the so whatever, when our expenditure exceeds our income, then we are borrowing, we are taking loan, we are taking loan from others. So that is a debt for us. It may be from our family members, from our friends, neighbors, colleagues, or from financial institutions, anything. That becomes debt. So we are not into the savings mode. Now we have more expenditures. The income is less and expenditure is more, so we need more income to meet those requirements. So we need to borrow some money from others. So this leads to debt. This becomes debt. So when expenses are more than our income, we have no savings with us, and there is a shortage of money, which is covered through borrowing, and that creates debt. Now, how to manage debt? Now, we all know that, right? Now, we have understood the concepts of income, expenditure, savings, investment, and also debt, right? Now, how to manage debt? How to reduce debt, burden of debt? What we can do? Quickly, we need responses. Very good. Try to cut down the expenses. The immediate thing what we can do is try to cut down the expenses. Because we may not always, immediately increase the income. That may not be always possible, but what we can do, we can cut down the expenses so that we can reduce the debt amount, so that we can manage whatever is our income, we can manage it accordingly, right? So sometimes it happens. It's not always that sometimes we might require taking some debt because of unforeseen circumstances. There may be no person, hardly, on this planet who never have taken any debt. Even it may be some paisa also, in rupees also, as a hand loan at least, right? So debt is very much, it has become very much essential part, but it should be managed properly. Yeah, most of the time it is due to improper planning and due to unforeseen circumstances. Suddenly something happens which is beyond our imagination. Because to meet that, we need to use all our savings, or we might run out of our savings as well, and we need to take some debt to meet those requirements, right? So in that way also we might run into debt. And not only that, to meet some expenses like suddenly, for milestones in life like marriage or a death of a person, or anything that is unforeseen, or accident, injury, can also demand a huge expenditure at times. So that's why to overcome, we need to have a proper planning. That is insurance, right? We need to take insurance, life insurance, general insurance, property insurance, risk insurance, and so on. That will help us by paying a small premium over a period of time under the cover period. We'll be insured of any such unforeseen situations so that there is no debt can be minimized. Now, generally, small debts can be easily paid back, but something which is huge in nature, huge, again, it depends from person to person. It depends on the income generation capacity and the expenditures he or she has. So in that context, when we need to plan in advance by foreseeing such, always take insurance. Everyone needs to have a life insurance and also medical insurance. Today, we cannot say anything. Every household has some or other illness. So first thing you need to have is life cover. And second thing is illness cover. Both are equally important. First is for your life, securing your life. Suddenly something happens to you. Your family, think about your family, right? They need support, right? And the second thing, something happens, suddenly some disease, illness, disorder, some accident, some injury. What happens? You need to spend a lot. Unforeseen expenditure, right? To cover that, you need to have a medical insurance, which covers the cashless treatment or so on, right? So we can overcome. First of all, plan in advance, anticipating such unforeseen circumstances, and accordingly plan and invest in such kind of insurance policies. So we will not take much time. I think Pradeep has joined. So we will shortly take some inputs from Pradeep before we conclude. And we'll be providing you all certificates for the 3 events. And next event is by resource person from no Suryakant Sharma ji will be addressing on 2nd September. After that, we will be giving you certificates for the 3 events. Till then, kindly stay in the group and also circulate. No need to worry. Like in this platform, we have 100 limit, but we have another link that has been shared. So that has 500 limit. So no need to worry. Even today also, we have enough space for new participants also to join. So on 2nd, you will not face such a problem. With that link, 500 people can join. Even in our group, we have only around 300 to 400, 350 to 400 people. So there is enough room for others as well. New members also kindly circulate our registration link with them. So you can gain much more knowledge and much more insights in that. Now let's quickly move on to our Pradeep, who is an IRDA certified resource person. Yeah, Pradeep, you can unmute yourself, start your video.
Yes, sir. A very good evening, one and all. Sorry, there have been a technical glitch during the network, like while I'm connecting. There have been huge network issue here because the weather is not that much good. So I do apologize for that. Uh, Thank you, Ravindra sir. Most of the things you have been covered, and uh, happy to see you all during the session. And without getting much delay, so my name is Pradeep, and I work as an IIDA financial advisor. I mean, at the same time, I'm on into animal welfare also. From the past 8 years, I've been working in animal welfare into diversified ways, into that is rescuing an injured animal and providing an awareness to the school children and college school about the animal welfare compassion, and at the same time dealing with the advocacy cases uh, related to animal cruelty, uh, like human cases, how an atrocity or something abuse cases will be there. Similarly, for animals also it happens. So I also deal with such cruelty cases with the help of the police and also judiciary. So that was my humanitarian aspect. So today, as Ravindra sir has mentioned much of the information about the financial planning, so I will talk about the insurance aspect, because insurance is also one of the crucial thing which plays an important aspect in terms of financial planning. So how many have you, and how many of you have an idea about insurance? Like what actually is insurance? Like you can say it anything. It's not about right or wrong, but you can say it. Like what actually you feel about insurance. Okay. Uh, Let me say you in most optimistic way. So insurance is nothing but it's a best way of financial planning. At the same time, it also gives us in rising, especially during the rising inflation cost, and also rising in medical cost, and lot of the things. Insurance will gives us a financial stability. At the same time, it also gives us an assurance for our family when we are when in our options, and also any unforeseen circumstances that happens in life, because life is not a planned things. So sometimes we can see the unforeseen events like losing of a job or anything. So at that stage, insurance will help you in managing your finances. So moving on further ahead, insurance can also help us in many risk management, like managing your risk. For example, you have running a business. Suddenly, it has been met with some unexpected fire accident in your organization. So, in such situations, you need damage. So, insurance will help you, and also it gives you financial stability. Like most of the time, today, if you can see the expenses part, today the cost of a product may be around 100 rupees. The same cost of the product, it will be 100 rupees. No, right? The cost keeps on increasing. So it will multiply. So do our wages. Our salary also keeps on increasing. But do our salary meets our financial needs? That is the actual question. Because most of the time we are uh, where more we are our liabilities are day by day increasing. At the same time, necessities are also keeps on increasing. So in that particular stage, insurance can also gives you a financial stability. And third most thing is income security. So in the fast pacing environment, we are seeing circumstances of sometimes we need some home loans or anything, like we need to buy some other things, and also sometimes we lost our job at the time. So in that unforced circumstances, insurance can act as a passive income. So it is very much essential. And other thing is medical cost. We are seeing, and of course, a lot of the times during the COVID situation, most of the time we have seen how the world has been shackled, and the need for insurance and the medical time, people had realized it. So day to day, medical expenses, the cost of the treatment, or any other uh, checkups, surgery cost, that we can't stop. It keeps on increasing. But at that time, insurance will act as an umbrella for you to protect you from the medical expenses, and it can also act as a protection shield for you. And also, insurance will gives you future coverage. Like if you say, for example, you want to have in future needs, for example, children education, child marriage, or even our retirement stage, it gives you an assurance and also future coverage for your life. So today I'm going to mostly, there are many insurance plans. As we have less shortage of time, I'll focus on retirement. So how many of you in the participants just want to have a quick sort of thing, like how many of you are in the participants having a service? I mean, they are close to the retirement, or whether you are working in a job, a PSU sector, or even a faculty, or even in a private sector job. How many years of services are there? How many are about to retire? So please type in the chat box. and also your financial goals, like what actually, like the retirement, what you wish to, if you have, if like you can type in it if you have any financial goals, so that we can also need help you better, and which plan would be the better thing, I can suggest you. uh, 2 minutes, you can type in the chat box so that I can go further.
Pradeep, I think we
Yes,
can
and
be.
okay, sir, no problem. So mostly while you are retiring or about to retire, you will have uh, things like mostly important things will be looking is financial security and your longevity of life and future healthcare cost, and also social security, and also your children, children future also if you want it, and avoiding savings crisis, and also how to move on with the legacy planning, how we need to go plan ahead, because how we can, how to have a retirement, a peaceful life, and independence and control. So these are the 10 areas everyone wish to plan in their stages of their retirement. And you have also saved some amount of money during your service, like when you are working in your uh, careers, even if you are starting it early stages or mid careers, or even if you are around 60s or 70s, you might have saved ample amount of money as a PF. But do you do you think that amount will be sufficient for your retirement planning? And also, because it's your hard-earned money, 30 years or 40 years, you have already saved that money, right? To have a peaceful life and to also meet your all the uh, aspects of your after your retirement. So how to lead a peaceful life, and so you don't want to take the money. Then how we can plan our retirement? So we have many schemes in as government of India, especially post office schemes. We have many schemes such as NPS, which we call as a National Pension Scheme. So here the age will be around 18 to around 70 years. They can start with the plan of maybe 500 rupees starting from that. So you can go around that. So it has an interest of 7%. So the current rate of interest is 7%. It may be also vary. So it is one of the best scheme uh, which is provided by the postal savings schemes, and also many banks, even public sector banks also they provide it, NPS, and we have the PPF. which is called as a public provident fund. So where it is also from 18 years to 70 years. So we can apply for the PPF where you have 7% of it, and interest rate also. At the same time, adhering to the plans. So when you want exit and all, you can take it. But most advisable is if you keep the returns the longer, you can get the benefits. And other plan is senior citizens savings scheme accounts, what we call as SCSS, senior citizens savings scheme. So in this scheme, which is also have starts around 500 or 1000, you can deposit in your account, and at the same time, which is helpful for not only you but also for also your family members also. And other aspect, we need to see whatever plan you choose, you think about your futuristic, how this plan is suitable for me. Because as an IRDA certified financial advisor, I can advise you the plan, but it's up to you to determine which aspect of it is applicable. Because these three, which are the three schemes mentioned, is which scheme which would be applicable to you based on your income levels, and at the same time you also your needs, that you need based on your income needs and also your fulfillments and also your necessities. So you need to plan accordingly, you need to wisely make your decision, because whatever financial decision you make today, that will definitely helpful for you in long run. Because the decisions you make today will definitely help you in long run. So whatever the plans you are think, you should always maybe you can also go to the nearest post office also. They would be also help you with the what are the procedure about it, what are the returns about it. So these are the best plans in terms of postal schemes are the best for the retirement planning. There are also other schemes too, but when considered to them, these are the best schemes which are provided by the post office. And at the same time, as Ravindra sir said, told you, like financial planning is not at the one area of in aspect of that. You need to segregate into multiple things, multiple investments you need to do. For example, you can do it in like gold. You can also choose gold also. Maybe you can many banks provided the lockers. At the same time, you can digitally also you can do the gold bonds. And we have also many things like mutual funds. Mutual funds are the one of the best things. You can also do that. Maybe a basic thing like about 500 rupees you can start it. So stocks, I would say that please don't invest in stocks without having a specific knowledge and also without having a guidance of a certified financial planner, because stocks are subjected to market risk, and so it is always advisable to choose with the help of the financial planner, and accordingly you can do that. And of course, Ravindra sir has also told about the land investment, because once you can choose a 1 BHK or 2 BHK apartment also, maybe you can give it for rent or any business or residential purposes. So in that you can generate some money, and which could be also helpful for our financial needs. So these are if you choose to retire early, you need also to check out like what are your financials. Let's say for your salary is about 30,000 or 40,000. You need to check out your daily necessities and what are your needs and how best you can manage it. And and accordingly you should make a wise decision. Maybe you can you can invest in multiple income levels. Like maybe you can invest in some portion of money in what we call as insurance, some portion of money in stocks, and I mean some stocks in the sense mutual funds. So you can invest in mutual funds, some portion in gold, and diversified incomes. If you can follow it, then you can also get the returns. So and also a lot of the times people will say that I will do later. Whatever the financial planning, the early you can do it, the returns wise also it will be also good. Because for example, if someone starting at the early ages, they got around 20,000 or 30,000, they will be very young at that time. So the premium, when it comes to insurance, the premium levels will be very less. But when the same person, if he can reaches about 40 to 50 years, he has to pay the double the premium to secure risk. So the wise decision will be the youngest you are, you can start it early investment so that you can have a peaceful life. So with that, I actually end the session. And now you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself. You can also ask, and all like you can ask that organizers, they can unmute you. And at the same time, you can type in the chat box. I am also sharing you my number. So wherein you can, if you have any queries or if you need any support, you can also reach out to me. So I'll be more than happy to help you.
Thank you, Pradeep.
Most welcome, sir.
Yeah, I know there is a lot to share, but we have time constraints.
Yes, sir.
Have
Very
more
limited.
sessions as we have a lot
Definitely.
of opportunities. So we can have in coming days, we can plan one more
Surely.
on
Surely, sir.
different aspects. We cannot club everything into one session, but we can have one on life insurance, one on general insurance.
Yes, sir. So
Property.
insurance is, yeah, insurance itself is a vast like a ocean, so it can't be done in one day. So as you rightly said, so based on the you are told that to cover the certain topics, we'll definitely do that, sir. We can cover on multiple aspects.
Yeah. So in coming days, we'll be taking up different aspects. Like, of course, every topic is an ocean, and what we
Yes.
know is just a drop of ocean. So we need to understand the basics so that we can build upon them. So that is what we are trying to create. If you understand basic concepts, what are basic needs, wants, desires, so that whatever our income levels are, and based on that, plan accordingly the savings and investment, so that we do not run into debt and manage the debt through insurance and savings in appropriate instruments. So that was in brief in today's session. We apologize for the delay and also for the inconvenience, if any, caused. And we thank Mr. Pradeep all the way joining and consistently, persistently still trying. And finally, he could get it. That's why, always if you keep trying and not to even today or tomorrow, definitely you will achieve it. So you should never give it up. Better never. Better late than never. So don't think, it's late. So it doesn't matter, because we are talking in terms of financial, aspects. There are many people who became very fortunate in terms of finance, after they retire, they became filthy rich. So there is no right time. Always there is a right time. Right time is always as early as possible. We need to plan before we plan for a child. So that is the right time. But even if we don't plan at that time, every time is the right time to plan. So taking that into a positive note, so we will meet soon. On 2nd, we have 2nd September. We have one more webinar. And in the meanwhile, we'll try if we can accommodate. We are trying to float a financial quiz also, literacy quiz. So that will also give you additional certificate, and also more than a certificate, it will also give you awareness on financial aspects. So we'll also trying to float it before 2nd September. If not, also the quizzes links have been already shared. There are various other quizzes also available online. You can fill it up, through which you can also gain insights, you can learn. And, certificates are updated on a monthly basis. That's a year-long quiz that is happened, that every month we launch a quiz based on occasion. So like this month, we have Breastfeeding Week, which have been celebrated, and Independence Day, and a lot of commemorations that have been happening. So we have launched quiz on occasion of Independence Day, that is live, and last month also environment quiz was there. So before that, psychology quiz is there. So a lot of quizzes are there, and we have kept it for a year long till 31st December. It will be live, so no need to worry. And certificates are not updated on a daily basis. They are updated on a monthly basis. So don't worry if you have attempted the quiz and you did not receive certificate. The links remain same. You can always go back there and you can download your certificate. You just wait for another 1 month or so. And we frequently keep updating in a month or so. So just try in another month and your certificates will be updated. Recently, day before yesterday only, I think yesterday we have updated Independence Day with certificates. Those who have filled, before that day or till that time, the certificates were released. They have been given the certificates. And those who have filled but did not get those certificates, don't get disappointed. You will be getting in the next issue. That is for sure. Because quiz certificates, once you submit the quiz, you are eligible, unlike other events. So no need to worry. Just wait for some time so that you can download your certificate. So you can try various quizzes available. Soon that financial literacy quiz will also be there. So I think Pradeep can also contribute some questions in that aspect. So we'll see how quicker we can bring the financial literacy quiz. And we'll also give you an additional certificate for that. So we have launched the feedback form. We request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form before you leave the platform, and keep sharing the registration link to your friends also. And on 2nd September, we have 500 capacity link. So now we have around 400 members in group. So we request you to keep sharing to more people so that we can have full 500 strength and even more if possible, and make it a grand success. And don't worry about certificates. For everyone, those who have attended, everyone will get certificate. Be assured of certificates. Don't worry. After 2nd September, we will take 2 to 3 days time, working days, and we will issue all the 3 events certificates at once. So otherwise also we will issue one by one. No need to worry. Keep attending and keep engaging yourself. So thank you once again. And I request Mary, if you are available, you can propose vote of thanks. You can unmute yourself. Start your video if you can.
Sir, video is not possible, sir. I will tell like that.
Okay, ma. You can just conclude with vote of thanks and
I thank Dr. Ravindra sir and Sri Holistic Health Foundation and Sri Research Institute Center for Art, Science and Wellbeing and I thank especially Mr. Pradeep sir who has given us detailed instruction of detailed summary and description of financial literacy. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your time and valuable points on financial literacy. Hope to see you in more sessions, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, I thank Ravindra sir for giving me the opportunity to tell the oath of thanks. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mary, and thank you, everyone, especially the participants. Without you, this couldn't have been that successful. We have touched 100 members today, and we see that more than, many join, but keep joining and leaving. We saw somewhere around 150 registrations, those who have filled the registration form. So keep attending and let's make it a grand success. Thank you once again, everyone. Do fill up the feedback form before leaving the platform. So see you all on 2nd September. Take care. Good night. Certificates will be provided after 2nd September. That is after the 3rd event is over. We'll be generating the certificates. We'll circulate you a feedback form also. For all the 3 events, we will give you one form like you are filling up this present registration form. We will also circulate you a feedback form for all 3 events. Individual event will give you attendance eligibility for individual event. One feedback form we will give you for all the 3 events. You just fill the feedback form and you will be getting the certificates. So no need to worry. You will get 3 individual certificates for each event. And along with that, you will also get an additional certificate for the quiz. And we are preparing that quiz before or on 2nd September. We'll try to provide you the quiz. You can fill the quiz and submit it. And you can also get an additional certificate. So total 4 certificates you can get it as part of financial awareness. So hope that's clear regarding certificates. So keep attending. Take care. Good night. I once again thank each and everyone and express my heartfelt gratitude to all the participants and presenters for being actively participating in today's webinar and making it successful. Thank you.